Previously we have made pretty much everything, and let me add a little bit. So we essentially just want to go through this, right? Go through this dark force field, sort of get boosted in our energy, so let us stand out from all sort of the other laser, and then we have the power to kill that Jedi. Okay, but if you look at this mechanism from the player's point of view, the player do not know whether you have gained that power or not. So we need to add a little bit difference in this, maybe the shape of the color of the hit laser, so give the user a hint of what is going on. So what I'm going to do right now is to, of course, you can have some designers, or you can just use Mid-Journey, some artificial intelligence, or whatever, maybe stable diffusion. I also in other videos I demonstrate you guys how to use stable diffusion using Google's Colab and quickly generate the gaming asset that you want, or any asset in that case. So yeah, of course you can use all sort of technology to change the shape of or maybe just change it all together, maybe just bump into some force field and just become a man, something like that. Like yeah, you can just use your imagination, do all sort of things, but for now I think the most easy thing is to change its attribute, which is if this hit laser enter the dark force field and it just become dark, right, rather than become the innocent I think it's a bluish color, it just become dark, go back to the dark force, go to the dark side, right? Okay, I'm a terrible narrator, and so yeah, if you double click it, you look at the inspector here, we got a sprite renderer, and in here we got a color. So previously we sort of manually use that to adjust the color, and what I'm going to do just to adjust that down to this black color here. Okay, so if do not have any of the sort of boost, just to get original color, but once you enter the dark side, just become dark bullets and just hit right at our Jedi, right? So yeah, let's achieve that. So basically what I'm going to do is to add a mechanism to change the color. So whether you enter that dark force, have it becomes a condition, and you can use that condition to do things. And let's go to the hit laser logic. I think it's right here. Okay, so hit logic, double click it, and hopefully we can open Rider, and open Rider it is. And I think at the beginning of the code, when you declare things, I'm going to get that logic out at the beginning. So maybe at here, enter dark force, and of course I can use the serialized field to sort of gain control in Unity editor. My private object Jedi, not Jedi, but just change the color of it. So color 32, and whether we enter dark force. Okay, so boolean, we got a boolean, and once you enter dark force, you just turn that to true, and else is false. So enter dark force, but since we already used that variable name, let me just add a color. Okay, enter dark force color, and then that will be a certain color. If you enter dark force, I think let me check this. Once you enter the dark force, let me just got the color to pretty dark, right? So color dark, I think 0, 0, 0, 255. And of course you can got the transparency down so you get a little bit invisible, but let's just leave it to 255. So 0, 0, 0 and 255, and these would be and they got even a reference code here which is totally black, and I like it because it's dark. And yeah, and of course you can command D to duplicate things. Yeah, we can't duplicate things, sorry. Yeah, pretty strange. I thought we got the serialized field, or yes, sorry. Yeah, I think I'm going to check the shortcut here. I thought I can just duplicate. Alright, I got it. The reason that I use command D and it just give me that certain serialized field code is that the shortcut should be command and shift and D, I think. Yeah, that will be the case, because if you just go to this settings and you search for duplicate, you can get key map, edited action, line selection, and the entire line, and the shortcut is not the case. So you can edit, of course, edit shortcut, and you can change it. But things I already know that, and you already binding to different. You can just leave it here, or you can add it, right? And you can remove it. You can do all sort of things. For now, just leave it here because I already know that. So command shift command and D, duplicate, and let's add a enter that not enter. So not enter. Not enter. Let me use the camel casing. So capitalize E, dark false color, and that will be, because this is not entered, so I'm going to just use 255, 255, and 255. Alright, and let's test this out. So one is dark, the other is light, and yeah, let's try this out by just wait for the compile and hit laser, and here we are. We should have a enter dark false color. Why is this 200? I think we need to refresh it. Reset. Yes, good. So this is 0, 0, 0 and 255, and the other not enter dark false would be sorry, let me reset it. Yeah, pretty strange. Should have worked. Yeah, pretty weird. Should be just 0, 0, 0. Let's just Unity got all sort of a bug, so don't get too disheartened by that, because yeah, you just resolve the bug, which is pretty weird. Yeah, maybe they sort of clean the cache and refresh it a little bit, right? And then of course we can continue to write the logic under it. Right, so here is the step that we actually get the hit lasers color, which is the sprite renderer's color here, and we are going to get that in our code, and of course we need to change it. So let's figure out a way to get that. So essentially we need to get a sprite renderer, and and to get that sprite renderer as a component, and then we can use that sprite renderer to change its color. Okay, so just bear with me. Let me show you how it is done. So remember that we got the void start, right? And yeah, when we start, we need to get that. But before we get that, we need to declare that. So at the beginning of it, I'm going to say, yeah, let's say we got the sprite render, and we're going to declare sprite renderer. Yeah, good. Let's just use that name. Remember, this is capitalized and this is not capitalized. So yeah, so we have declared it, and then we can, at the beginning of our game, I'm going to get that. So yeah, I think Copilot is just brilliant. They just say get component sprite render and we can get that. Just as simple as that. So pretty simple. We just get this component of sprite render and we can store that in our not capitalized sprite render, and then we can use it. Alright, so once we get the sprite render, we can just add a little bit of logic. So if we got a dark force, so we sort of enter the dark force, and once you enter that, you already enter the dark force, so you're gonna become dark. And as I was saying in China, we got this, if you are close to someone who is a bad guy, you will become bad guy. And I think in the West, we also got a saying for that, is that the dragon slayer will eventually become the dragon. I don't know whether it's that exact word for word saying, but just the word that comes to my mind. And if you are a native speaker, if I say something that is weird, just leave in comment section below. Okay, I'd love to learn and really appreciate you pointing out my whether it's pronunciation or words, right? So enough about that, and let's just change that color, right? So I got the sprite render. The reason I initialize it is that I want to change that color. Okay, so remember the color is sort of the American spelling, so it's dot color, not color, right? So yeah, that's the thing that I found have to pay special attention to, because every time if I use the color, they will just add a U here, and suddenly got a confused, right? And that color would be enter dark force color, because I already enter a dark force, so that will be a dark force color, which is totally dark black. And of course, out here, if you already, yeah, let's enter dark force. We haven't entered that, and so yeah. So after you have killed the Jedi, let's just return that color back to not yeah, sprite renderer, and I want to see whether the Copilot got that intelligence. Yeah, I don't think he just got. So yeah, let me just do it myself, and that will be not enter dark force color. Okay, so let's save it and test it out. And let's get running. Finger crossed. Yep, this is definitely not the correct one, because the initial color is black, and I'm going to just change the initial color, which is pretty normal, innocent blue color, and let's go. And we enter into the dark force and just become dark. And let's kill the Jedi and just become original one. Yeah, pretty good. This is pretty good. Yeah, everything just worked out exactly what we want. And of course, for more dramatic effect, let's change the size of the camera to maybe 3 to make it more focused on the player. Let's enter into the dark force. Yeah, just become pretty dark. And go back to normal. Good. So I'm a rogue laser. Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. And of course you can add and got say multiple body here, and you can just place it around this map. So let me just move it. Okay, so you can Command D to duplicate it. You can get multiple Jedi. Yeah, just because once you got logic correct, you sort of can, yeah, just quit your develop process by just duplicate things, because the logic is there. And of course you can even got a multiple force field. For example, got here is out of canvas, of course, but I just want to show you it can be done. So yeah, and let's go up, and heat just go out of canvas and become dark, and kill one Jedi. And we can't kill that Jedi because we haven't entered into the dark field yet. And I become bad evil guy, and let's kill a Jedi. And we can't kill it because we're just innocent laser. And we need to go to the dark side. Yeah, then we can kill the Jedi. And we can no longer kill Jedi because there is not enough dark force for me to gain that sort of dark energy. And there are 2 or 3 Jedi left. Yeah, this is great fun, and obviously I'm not going to do that. I just want to demonstrate that it is possible to do that, and it's doable, but that does not mean that you have to do it. It's doable, but it's not recommended because that will just break your game. And we will talk about game design in the future, but for now I just enjoying the creative process, and just make a lot of jokes about playing the game, because you sort of you are the creator in this world, and you can do whatever you like. So just have a little bit experiment and just have fun, right? Okay, and if it's still there, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumb up, and it will really help me a lot to create more games and bring you guys a lot of new creative content in the future. All right, bye bye.